I'm Kellen Bryant, Florida Bar Board Certified Elder Law Attorney who's helped thousands of families for Medicaid planning in Florida in the last 15 years. And in this video, I'll explain the Medicaid income limit, what happens if your income is over the limit, and how the nursing home payment is calculated when you are Medicaid eligible. Let's begin. There is an income limit for Medicaid, and in 2025, the gross income limit in Florida is $2,901. Now, let's break that down. First, you heard me use the word gross income. One of the biggest mistakes that people do not understand is the difference between gross income and net income and how to prove it and how to show it on the statements. For a lot of people, when they come to my office, they will provide me bank statements showing that, yep, mom is getting these deposits in these accounts. However, Florida Department of Children and Families, who determines Medicaid eligibility, will not accept third-party evidence of proof. They require direct evidence of proof of financial information. So the Florida DCF caseworkers are looking to find the gross income on the source of the income statement. And so in a Social Security statement, what you're looking at is that Social Security statement that comes in between November and January every year when there's a cost of living increase or when there isn't a cost of living increase. And it's that top line number before you get the deduction for Medicare Part B premiums, if any, and any kind of tax withholdings. And then on the bottom is your net income. If you get some sort of other pension, it's going to be that top line number. And then there's going to be deductions on that income statement before reaching a net that gets put in the bank account. If your loved one's income is over the income limit in Florida, there is a solution, and that's an income trust. It can be a qualified income trust or a pooled special needs trust. Those can both serve as your income trust. The qualified income trust it's a clearinghouse to allow dollars placed in that trust each and every month to reduce your total gross income and bring the applicant's income below the income limit for Medicaid eligibility for that month. That's just a basic overview of the qualified income trust. I'm going to provide a more comprehensive video in the future about qualified income trusts. Now, let's look at the second part of this discussion is for the income issues, and that's the patient liability calculation. The patient liability is the amount the Medicaid applicant pays to the nursing home. Most people, when they come to me, will say, all my mom's Social Security goes to the nursing home. That is a partial truth, and only partial truth, because if your mom's only source of income is Social Security, then that's correct. But not all people who come to this office just receive Social Security. There's income that can come from other sources, such as IRA accounts, rental property, pension from spouse, VA pension, and so forth. All those things are attributed and categorized as income as monthly recurring deposits. And so the patient liability is calculated based on using all those gross income sources. Now, looking at the prior statements and discussions, you'll need to get your gross income statement, verification statement from Social Security. Problem is, a lot of people just throw them away, and you have to get a new one if we're applying for Medicaid. Same thing with something like a government pension. And so we're looking first at the gross income numbers on both of those statements, and we're plugging into a spreadsheet and a calculation say, what is the total gross income? We're finding that number. Next, we were deducting from that number a personal needs allowance. And that is essentially what the Medicaid applicant lives on when they receive Medicaid. And currently it's $160 per month. $160 per month is not enough to maintain most rent real estate, your primary residence. And that's why a Medicaid planning attorney is important to help you balance keeping the house and paying the nursing home bill and having money to live on to have quality of life while in a nursing home. Last, we deduct the health insurance premium from the patient liability calculation from the gross income. And that too must be proven from the source. So you would say, oh, there's a deduction on the income statement for health insurance for $276. Why can't you use that? Medicaid wants to know from the source. So you have to go to the source to say from Florida Blue, hey, this is what your premium is each month in 2025. Medicaid wants that document. So the proof components and the legal components mix and create this world of complication. If this video was helpful, please check the other Medicaid and estate planning videos on this playlist. These are all introductory topics. Appreciate you for watching this channel. Please subscribe.